fly Delta Mike 06.
K6MI 711.
Are you in and out, or are you sticking around?
Well, yeah, I'm home this evening. I'm in the radio room now. I'll wander in and out.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'm just getting things started on this end.
I've been emailing ICOM America and phoning them and getting the runaround all over just to buy a chassis end connector that has the ground plugs sticking out, which is different than all the ones I had in my junk box.
Right, and you got the part number because I was able to find that.
Yeah, the guy in Washington repair center said, "Oh yeah, you got the right numbers," and he gave me email address to order. But when I emailed it, it came back undeliverable.
Oh, great. Well, hopefully it's just like a typo in the email or something.
I don't know. I'll do more work on it tomorrow, and then I'll be in Bakersfield Thursday and Friday, and working Saturday back here in town, orchestra festival time.
Ah, okay. Yep, busy. Yeah, I'm down in Tulare County every day this week.
Actually, if you want to pick up my unit tomorrow day or tomorrow night might be the only chance, or maybe I'll have to deliver it because I leave 6 in the morning Thursday.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I was realizing that with the club set up in the back of my car, I don't really have room for yours. I might just go without and not worry about, because without you there, I'd have to set both of them up and operate both, and I think that's just going to be too much. So I'll probably hook a feed up to the radio and show people that it can do it, but I'm not going to bother trying to do the actual transmitting between the radios. Unless you can get somebody else to take it to the club meeting and run it, which there's nobody else that probably knows how to run it. So I'm thinking I'm not even going to worry about it.
Okay, it'd make a great demonstration, but yeah, it might be just a little too much trouble. So, yeah, okay, I'll think about it. And I don't see a way out. I've gotta be out of town working for 3 days.
Yeah, unless you can convince Rob or Ken to pick it up, I don't think I'd be able to transport yours and mine. And I'm already planning on getting there at 6 o'clock. And even if Rob's not there, I'm going to start putting antennas up out in the parking lot and get the thing put together, because I'm going to set up all 6 antennas. And go through, talk about the radio, and then I have a couple D-Star demos I'm going to do. So I got enough stuff to cover. And then we'll just have to do an actual amateur TV demo between the radios at a later date when we're both available.
Okay, Bill is in there. AA Success, K6MI.
Yeah, just wanted to see how strong you are, John. I realize you're way west of Greenville from the guys I talked to. These antennas are super directional. You're about 3 over now in the pointed action. Anyway,
Right, I should be right in line with Aaron, though.
Aaron went away, and you got super strong.
You got to remember, John, my antenna's pointed northeast.
So you might be getting a bounce path for you.
Correct.
I don't think there's anything to bounce off between here and where you live, because it peaks right on you at about 300 and 320, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be about right. I'm pointed right down your way with a beam at let's see, what band am I at? 55 feet or so.
Well, it sure is strong. I got to head back towards the north about another 10, 15 degrees to get Aaron.
That does surprise me. Okay, I'll take it under advisement.
Enjoy your trip. See you later, John.
Really strong up here, John. Good evening, K6MI. AA6 Sugar. Good evening, Bill. K6MYC.
Hi, Mike. Yep, we're doing good. I was working on that KT34A rebuild kit. Well, let's see. It has a different name. Upgrade kit. There we go. Been working on it all winter, and I'm just, I think, another week's worth of work, and I'll be done with it.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, good. Probably pretty nice weather to work in. Although this next couple of days we're liable to have some rain here. It doesn't look like it right now. I just looked at the sky a few minutes ago, and there's not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah, it was great today. Don't know where this rain is.
Well, it's hiding behind the nearest foothill.
It's coming. K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Yeah, good evening, Aaron. We hear you. Good signal. Yeah, for you, Bill, I think we talked to Ron on Sunday night. I think it was Sunday night. He said he would not be here Tuesday, but you might just give him one quick look anyway over that way and see if he isn't hanging there. He called last week and he said he couldn't get anybody, but you weren't here.
Yeah, Roger, I can take a quick listen over there. I was calling towards LA for Ralph. He usually gets on about 20 after, but I didn't hear anything, so I also haven't heard Mike on yet, so I'll head over there and give a real quick call and then come back around towards LA. K6MOIC AA6S.
Okay, very good. And who else do we have in here? Is the net is just starting. This is Mike, K6MYC, starting the 1296 Bozo Net. And I'm beaming, I'm beaming toward the Bay Area because there's no point in me beaming south. I can hear everybody except Ralph that's down there. And he doesn't come to this frequency anyway. So I'm beaming into the lower end of the Bay Area looking for KW6S or anybody else up that way.
That's okay, Mike.
I heard 2 or 3. Let me go up a little further. Did I hear you, Fred? Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike. You heard me? Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's interesting. You can hear everybody south of you, and you don't have to move your antenna around. You're coming in nice signal here, and it's starting to cloud up here. It was sunny all day, so we're waiting for the rain. Back to you, Mike. 86, okay?
Okay, Fred, very good. I try to get a peek on you here. You're pretty weak.
Okay, well, you're coming in nice and strong. You're a good S7. S7 here, Mike.
Yeah, well, I've got you, but I have to put you on the hearing aids here so I can hear you better. Now I got your Q5, Fred. I guess it was a nice day everywhere. You had a good day over there, but you were working today, weren't you?
Yeah, sure was. Well, I stepped outside a few times just to get some sunlight, before it starts raining for the next 4 days or whatever. I don't want to be inside all the time. I want to get a little bit of sunshine. So it was a beautiful day anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when somebody else comes on here, maybe Jim WB6JNN or W6PQL, you might want to make a transmission to them. The audio sounds like it's got a little bit of RF feedback or something in it. It may be just the path, but it sounds like there's some distortion. I hear that sometimes when the radio's cold, and then it seems to go away. So you may be talking to me on a cold radio. Is your radio cold?
Well, yeah, it's cold. I mean, I turned it on maybe a couple minutes ago, so it could be my end, but I'm not sure. You never complained about this one before.
No, I hear it every time. It was quite severe. just a moment ago. That time it was just a little bit in there. It breaks up every now and then. Let's see if Jim is in here. WB6JNN. Jim, are you here?
K6NYC, WB6JN, 285. You want to give me a wrong count?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that. I didn't understand what you meant by that statement. Do you want to try it again?
You want me to talk for a while so you can tune in?
I think he wants to know if he needs to chat for a bit so you can find him.
Yeah, well, anyway, talk for a bit, maybe you can swing the beam around and get me in there. It looks like you're doing that. And, yeah, there we go. Now we're in. Anyway, WB6J and
boy, it's fluttery. It's really difficult to copy. I'm still missing. Hang on just a second. Aaron, what did you think he said?
He wanted to know if he should give you like a ting count or something so you could tune it, you could find him.
Oh, I guess he did that in retrospect. I guess that's what I was listening to there. Okay. Well, we got you, and I picked up on you, Jim. I can't get any more out of it. It just, the path is kind of multi-pathy right now, and there's a lot of kind of mushy distortion on there. Let's have Fred make a transmission and see if you hear the same thing on his audio that I'm hearing. KD6SOK, and then you shoot it back to Jim, Fred, K6MYC. Over.
W6PQL.
Fine to me. Let's see, and you're stronger now than you were before. You're almost an S9, so you've come up a bit. I guess you've moved the antenna around. I'm not sure what you mean by mushy distortion. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, it's not mushy now. What happens, what do you mean you can't make any sense out of mush? When you say something, it doesn't have any articulation in it. There's no words that are formed, just sounds. Over.
Okay, I don't understand. I still don't understand what you mean. And JNN, hi Jim, good evening. He says I sound fine.
Well, it may be this multipath. Let's see what PQL hears. Did you hear anything on the edges there, Jim?
Well, Fred sounds pretty normal to me. I'm not hearing what you're hearing, and probably it's, as you suspect, multipath is doing that. And that will happen from one night to the next, too. So when you've heard it before, it could be that. But when I point directly at him, he sounds okay, Mike.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm pointed at him. I know what it is now. What there is, Fred, is it's multipath that's about 60 cycles. Multipathing at 30 to 50 cycles. So I'm hearing the same thing on Jim, but his audio is stronger, and it overcomes that distortion effect. But I'm hearing the same thing on Jim, so don't worry about it, Fred. It was just the path. KD6SOK, and then over to JNN, K6MYC. Go ahead, Fred.
Okay, now I understand. When you say multipath distortion, like at a 60 hertz rate or 30 hertz rate, all right, that makes sense. And let's see. Oh yeah, okay. And good evening to you, Jim, PQL, and back to JNN. Thanks, Jim, and hope you had a good day flying. KD6SOK.
Too much wind today. WB6 JNN. Yeah, you sound okay. There is a very fast multipath on fixed signal here as well. I'm fast AGC, and that takes care of it. So that helps a little bit when you use fast AGC on the multi-vet signal is where it's at. So, Mike, that's my report. Don't fly anything that's way too windy. WB6 JNN. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice day.
Okay. WB6JNN, KD6SOK, and W6PQL. 285, if you didn't get it, Judy, and 1296 is in here.
For who?
And 507. What?
For who?
Well, 285 is JNN.
For name.
Jim. And PQL is Jim, 1296. What?
What's Fred?
Fred is 507. He gave it to us, but it was so mushy I couldn't hear it, and Judy didn't hear it either, Fred. That was the problem. Maybe we could try it. Well, I turned off of you to get, it's funny because I have to turn different directions to get Jim, and both Jim and you are going up and down so rapidly. I was just going to check and see if Aaron was hearing what I'm hearing. Aaron, when you listened to Jim on the last transmission, what was it, 3 words and then a fade and then back up and then 3 words and another fade? Were you hearing that, Jim? Aaron, over?
Yeah, I was hearing that on your receiver, so it's interesting conditions. But you also got to remember we're out here an hour earlier than we were last week, and I heard Frank in there in the background. He's been trying to get in. K6USY.
Really, Frank, making transmission, Frank.
Well, Mr. Quick Draw of the West, you're so quick on that mic trigger, Mike, that I just had to able to slip in, but no big deal at all. I am here, and I'm running a little late simply because for some reason all of a sudden my GPS wouldn't lock up, and then I got a software to look at it, and it told me I had no antenna, and I moved the antenna, and a few minutes later it started working, so just some weird nonsense going on. Anyways, W6BBS 72, good evening to you and the rest of the net, and good evening to the lovely Judy.
And she says, good evening to you, Frank, over.
Roger.
All righty. You got some ice on your back there, have you?
Well, I did earlier, but I've been up and moving for a little while. I had to get up, cook myself some dinner, and I did that, and then just got out here just in time for the net, just to have the GPS not locked, and so I didn't check in until I figured that out. But anyway, I'm hurting, but you know what this is? This is not my usual injury spot. This is that one on the left hip. I got like a year ago, and thought I just pulled a muscle and left it alone and just kept working because it doesn't really cripple me. It just hurts like a son of a gun. And ended up it was out, so I'm going to get into him right away and get it popped back in. It's not terribly bad, but it hurts.
Yeah, QSL.
I mean, I did that first thing this morning, and I continued all day up and down the tower and the man lift and everything else I did today. And in fact, I'm the guy who got on top of the tower and stretched the cables and everything, and so the overhead guys and put all that in. So I took max place on the physical end of things today, and I think I did okay, even though I was a little bit hurt. But so like I said, it just hurts. It's not that bad.
Yeah, well, good. I appreciate you taking the controls from Matt there on that. Did you climb the tower, or did you go up in the bucket and then climb over?
Well, I actually did both. The first round when I first went up, Matt said, "Yeah, bring me that cable off the bottom hard line." And so, not knowing what he'd done or anything, I just did what he said. It ended up it was the wrong cable. And so later on, we wanted the other cable, and we moved the bucket and everything out of the way, the man lift. And so he was getting ready to let's get the man lift. I was like, hang on, I'll be right down. And I just got up there, just climbed up there, no rope or nothing, and just took all I did is get the LMR off 400 off the end of the hard line. So I did climb it that one time.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have a ladder you could have put up there. You don't like it, but it's not that high to get to that first joint. So anyway, okay, very good. Well, I didn't get on the band, but I did listen a little bit, but no, I didn't start moving it at all. Well, I guess we left it about east or something, didn't you?
I believe we're still pointing pretty much north, Mikey. It should be just about due north, like 0.06 or something, or 0.6 or something like that. We were pointed out that direction, trying not to hear anything. But then again, at another point, I had it pointed west at the other guy at your solar. I think we left it north, but you'll just have to look, Mike. We moved it several times while listening and testing.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I was hearing South Americans quite strong. I didn't go any further than that. All right, very good. Thanks. And let's see, who else has popped in here in the meantime? K6MYC with the antenna toward the Bay Area. And we'll get it over to you, Jim, WB6, I should say W6PQL. And then we can take a standby for KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. I'll peek on you, Jim, and then that's almost the right direction for Mike there. W6 Papa Queen London and the group K6MYC.
Well, you're very strong right now. You're full up S9, which is a very strong signal on this band. I think the earlier time slot is probably helpful. Earlier as in not daylight savings time. And I'll pop up to 110 and see if Santa Barbara's there tonight. I missed it last week. I forget what was going on, but there was something else I had to do last week, and I missed the connection. Anyway, he'll be there tonight, I'm sure. He was just a very weak signal on the waterfall last night on 222. That band sometimes just there's something wrong, you know, the inversion or whatever it is that helps us out just wasn't there that night. So hopefully he's in there tonight. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay, well, I started out strong and I went down a little bit and added some multipath, but still okay. Perfect copy, and we'll look for you later, either coming back to your area or we'll listen for a CW called 52. Thanks, Jim. W6PQL, K6MYC. Let's see, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. KB6WFC. Mike, are you here tonight? K6MYC.
KM6SRR.
Jim, did you hear? I got you, Rob. Did you hear Mike?
No, I haven't heard him yet. He usually breaks in when he hears you, even though you don't hear him sometimes. And of course, I can hear him with my antenna in this direction. He's off the back of the antenna, and it's not down that far, 20 dB, 25 dB, but I can hear him fine. Mike, are you here? KB6WFC, W6PQL. No, I'm not hearing anything.
Okay, well, we'll try for him later. He came in real late the other night, just at the last of the net. Late plus late. So it's probably the time change. His body clock and the home operation there hasn't changed. Just the time here on our clocks. All right, Jim. Let's see. Is there anybody else in the Bay Area? KB6BA? He might be on a trip or something. I think he told me he was going to be gone for a week or so. KB6BA, WA6AXX, K6KLY. Anybody?
I'm going to go down and eat, Mike. I can't hear anybody anyway. KM6SRR.
Okay, fine, Rob. I heard somebody, but you got covered up by Rob, the local here. He's next door to me here. Who was the break-in? Who was the caller? Okay, 6 Whiskey, India Sugar. Okay, very good. Good evening, Paul. And you sound okay. A little bit, we've got the same up and down weird fading on you, but maybe I can find a better spot here. Take a transmission and tell me if you have any others to check in there. Go ahead.
Relay.
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike. This is K6WRES, Castle Foothills, GS5IC. This signal's north now. That's the Bay Area. No relay check-ins here. I'm just sitting down in the dumps pretty weak right now, so the rest of the week, hopefully I'll be
I'm not sure if you said you have others or not. I guess you said I couldn't get it. I turned the antenna just at the end as you sent it back, so I must have missed the comment. Did you say you had other check-ins, Paul, over? Okay, very, very weak tonight. I'm trying to find a spot for you, and I finally got back to where I could copy, but it's very light. Hang on a second. We may have had another check-in from this side. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, KW6S. You still there, Tom?
heard you through the other traffic, so, and Mike was pointed away for you. Are you hearing Tom there, Mike?
Yeah, lightly, but I'm not pointed anywhere close to him, so I'll come back down his way. Stand by a second, Tom. I'll be down your way.
You get that, Tom? Stand by. Mike will turn back in a minute. W6BBS.
Yeah, thanks, Frank. Yeah, I'm hearing Mike fine.
Okay. Now, let's see if we had anybody else in the Bay Area. We do have KW6S, but was there anybody else? KB6BA, WA6AXX, K6KLY, KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie. Anybody?
Frank, KA6S.
Okay. Did you work Ralph there, Bill?
Mike and I both worked him, and John worked him on CW.
Okay, well, I haven't heard Mike up here yet, but we'll put Mike in the log as well, 727 Judy, and put in number 3, also number 3. Thank you, Bill, and probably no reason to stick around unless you want to try and work KR6MR up in Meadow Vista, north of Sacramento.
Yeah, I'm going to head over towards Tom. I got a better shot at him, and see if he's there, and if not, I'll take off, I guess. So go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Well, Tom is here, and I'm going to go back his way right now, so let me do that. Coming your way, Tom, make a transmission, KW6S, and the group K6MYC, over.
270.
That's you, Mike.
Pretty noisy on the band here tonight, but I'm hearing you pretty well the same no matter where you pointed so far. So I don't know if you're going to peek up on me too much. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, I'm pretty well peaked on you, and Bill wants to say hello to you, probably, and also Mike. AJ may want to say hello. So hang in there a second. And obviously, Frank and you are communicating, even though Frank's only running 10 watts there.
Yeah, I think he's got a pretty good location there. Yeah, I'll give a listen for them. I had a question for you, Mike. What do you use for a reference antenna on 2 meters?
What do I use for a reference antenna? Well, I haven't had to have a reference antenna for a long time, but I would normally use something like a 7-element, or we have a 4-element also, over.
Yeah, okay. And I was just going to do some testing of a couple of antennas that I've had to make some repairs on, and I was going to try to get some rough feel for whether they worked or not.
Yeah, okay. Well, what do you have in your repertoire?
I used to have some Roberts dipoles, but I can't seem to find those anymore, and so I've got just some various other dipole type things.
Well, do you want a reference antenna or do you want a source?
Reference. I have source.
Okay. Yeah, well, a 2-element, a 3-element, a 4-element, a 5-element, a 6-element, and a 7-element all make pretty good size, pretty reasonable sizes to work with for reference, but don't know what you have over there. Work and fabricate.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just thought I'd check on that. I was going to just use my dipole, and, if they had gain over my dipole, I'd figure they were probably okay.
Well, that's probably good enough. Yeah, you're not trying to do crucial measurements. Well, you don't want to use a dipole usually as a reference because they have tendency to have a lot of reflections and stuff, and they see the ground totally different than the Aggie you have under test usually, over.
Yeah, I'm aware of both of those, but I don't have I think it's a 5-element is one of them I'm going to be testing, but it's been through the ringer.
A beat-up, horrible, broken Cushcraft, huh?
I think it might be a Cushcraft.
Well, they use a gamma match, so that would be one clue. High Canes used a T match.
Yeah, I think this is probably a Cushcraft. It's got a gamma match, and it looks like some I've used before.
Okay, little tiny saddles that sit on top of the boom, and then the element sits in the saddle.
Yeah, and it's a little thicker aluminum where the center of the element is.
I don't understand. A little thicker. Oh, you mean the element itself? Yeah, so they can put a screw through it.
Yeah, it looks like maybe it's a piece of tubing that's crimped on there or something.
Yeah, I think that's a Cushcraft.
Okay, well, I'll give it a little run against the dipole.
Yeah, just make sure the gamma match isn't shorted. Make sure it's just looks like an open looking into it, because it's just a capacitor there to anything. There's no connection to the from the center pin to the element.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check and see if you what you use for that. On the higher stuff, I've got some for the microwave stuff. I've got 10 dB reference horns, but they're not going to do me much good on 10 meters or 2 meters.
That's for sure. It's a big horn on 2 meters. All right, let me turn it over to Bill, and then he can shoot it over to Mike. AA6 Sugar, turn down his way a little bit, Tom, K6MYC. AA6 Sugar, go ahead.
AA6S, KW6S. Okay to work here, but I looked over on the meter. This isn't the radio I usually use, and so I don't know if what the signals are. But yeah, got you in good shape there. Good to hear from you, and hope things are going well for you there. My Kenwood TS2000X on 1296. It's got a little better receiver than the 9700, and it's giving me some trouble on transmitting. It's not the radio, it's a relay I've got. So I switched over to this. I'm on the 9700 tonight. AA6S, KW6S. Contact there. I'll turn it back to you, Mike, K6MYC, KW6S, if you're still hearing me.
Oh, yeah, I hear you, but you're weak. Let's turn it over to Mike, WAA6AAJ. Go ahead, Mike.
Roger, he's a little weak today, but I'll try him. KW6S, KW6S, this is WA6AAJ. Over.
W6AAJ, KW6S. Yeah, boy, you're doing a real good job here tonight. Maybe the strongest I've heard you. And I've got the antenna pointed a little further south than I usually do. And Mike kind of picked up here too. So hopefully I'm making the trip there to you.
Yeah, you just picked up too, a lot more than where you were. I I could barely hear you when you were talking to Bill, but right now he's definitely about an S8 hitting on the meter. So, okay, Tom, thanks for making the contact. KW6S, WA6AJ.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. WA6AHA, KW6S. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. Good deal, Mike. Thanks for saying hello to Tom over there. All right, let's see if there's anybody else before we look for anybody else in the Bay Area before we go on up and pick up that high power station N6RO with its 201 amp. Anybody else in the Bay Area? Bay Area. Let me turn up that way a little bit more. Bay Area. K6MYC Bozo Net, 1296, Bay Area.
Hi, K6KLY.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, good evening, Russ. Good to hear you in here on 1296 for a change. Now, give Judy your number.
Yeah, hi, Judy. My number is 111. Over.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you. What's new up here? Are you ready for the rain?
Yeah, it's already starting to push some big black clouds in my direction, over.
Okay, because we got clear skies here. There's nothing in the skies at all.
Not until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
We're not going to get rain until late Wednesday, apparently, after 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Jody says. It's delayed itself a little bit, Ross, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, as I say, I got big black clouds that's coming in, but no rain yet. Everything else is okay, K6KLY.
Okay, very good. Well, when it does get here, we're really expecting some snow. Frank thinks you'll have snow at 2,500 feet again. So it looks like the temperatures are going to drop pretty quickly here over the next 24 hours or so. All right, very good. Good to hear you, Russ. Anybody else want to say hello to Russ on this side? K6MYC? KB6BA, I hear you. I got a peek on you. I guess you're very weak compared to normal, Oliver. KB6BA, go ahead and make a transmission. K6MYC. Have Oliver make a transmission. He's very weak for some reason. Well, make a longer transmission, Oliver. I can't get a peek on you. Make a longer transmission. I've got you in there, Oliver, 900. We got you, but make a longer transmission, over.
Yeah, it's Oliver, KB6BA. You were strong. And back home, I was in LA for 3 days. So, and I hear Russ in there very strong. Here's KB6BA 900, Sunnyvale, California. 134-4321, over.
Yeah, well, we've got you now. It's just very narrow because their signal strengths are way down from normal. You're probably 10 dB below your normal strength over here. Don't think there's anything wrong. It's just the path is not real good tonight. The band is funny. It's going up and down, and it may be more to the time of the day. We were about 1 hour earlier from last week and so on. I knew you were off to some other location, Oliver, because you weren't here. You weren't checking in, and I mentioned that you must be on a trip or something. Very good. Welcome back to the Bay Area, for what it's worth. How did LA treat you, over?
You had a nice time. I went to the San Bernardino Microwave Society meeting in Corona, in the LA area, which I only get to once or twice a year. It's their 70th anniversary. The group was founded in 1955, and Dave Live, W6DL, presented a nice history of the club, including some early microwave track and tube radios of it.
Yeah, very good, very good. I know most of the old timers in there, but most of them are all gone these days. What was the name of the guy that presented the history? What was the call sign and the name of the guy that presented the history, Oliver?
His name is Dave Lag. Golf. Call sign is Whiskey 6 Delta Lima. Whiskey 6 Delta Lima. He lives in Temecula, over.
Yeah, I guess I don't know him. I haven't ever seen that call anywhere. So maybe he's either not necessarily new, but just coming to the front of activity there. Very good. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 2 meters as well. KB6BA, K6MYC.
Okay, 73. It's good to hear you. KB6 again.
Thank you, and 73 to you, Russ, if you're still listening there. Thanks for the help. Everybody, I have to point very specifically to hear people tonight. So anybody else in the Bay Area could give a yell and see if there's anybody else waiting that I'm missing. K6MYC Bozo Net. Check-ins in the Bay Area, over. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to go up and get N6RO then. Here we go. Oakley. Okay, let's hear that smashing 400 watts there, or 400 or 500 watts there, Russ. Ken. N6 Radio Oakley, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, Charlie Mike 97, temperature range 42 to 70, and I haven't had dinner yet, but it's going to be ahi tuna and broccoli. And how do you copy?
Good copy. But good thing you got the amp on, because the conditions are very poor tonight from a standpoint of signal strength. Everybody's kind of weak compared to normal. Anyway, fine on your dinner. And I don't think you've seen any rain yet, but I think it's going to be hitting you probably tomorrow sometime, huh?
Yeah, about midday they say it's coming through. Yeah, I'm doing about 300 watts now, although if I push it with 10 watts drive, I can get 500. I just don't like to run any amp right at its peak, except in the contest.
Well, why? Yeah, you don't need any more. I got you. Let's see if Frank's copying you there. Frank, see if you can copy Frank's 10 watts. Go ahead, Frank. W6 BBS, go ahead. Well, maybe you better call him, or maybe he's gone back in the house. He's got a bad back again today. Ken, give him a call.
Okay, W6 BBS, N6RO, are you there? Guess not.
Yeah, I guess not. Anybody else for Ken? I don't hear OIB in here tonight. He's been very busy. He did check in last night on 222N, 6 meters, but as you know, but he isn't here tonight, so he's on a tight schedule, I guess. Anybody else for Ken? N6 Radio Oscar in Oakley.
The NCCC monthly meeting. The program tonight was a station description of a team in Tennessee. Whiskey Victor 4 Papa. Just QRZ that. It's amazing what they have done in building a station from scratch into a serious contest race. Go ahead.
Did you say Pennsylvania? That's a W4 call. Well, where's the location?
West Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee. Okay. Are they at a university or something?
Oh, no. It's a couple who basically were mechanics, but they got into ham radio about 6 years ago, and they're still building the station. They got 4 or 5 towers up now, and then they're going to add 2 more this year. So it's a serious competition for us in the same contest.
Okay. I've been bouncing the antenna back and forth, so you'll probably see my signal strength going up and down. It wasn't long enough for me to get back on you. But very, very funny conditions tonight. You're going up and down. It's hard to know which peak I should be on, because it sounds good for a second, and then it fades out. So as I swing it across, oh, there it is. No, it isn't. Oh, there it is. No, that isn't it either. So I'm having a hard time finding people. I was just trying to get a peek on you. I didn't miss anything, over.
Yeah, right. Well, I can hear it on see it on my meter. It's very rapid, on the order of a second or 2 seconds a cycle.
Yeah, it makes it tough. You get 2 or 3 words. If a guy's really weak, you get 2 or 3 words and then a blank, and then 2 or 3 more words and a blank, and so you're really challenged to fill in. Over.
Yeah, right. Hey, I got to get back to the Zoom meeting, but we'll be back tomorrow night on 2 meters where everything is louder.
Okay. Well, you're doing fine here. It's not bad at all. And I don't know where Frank went. He was out here, but he's hearing good, so everything's working. All right, take care. Say hi to the Zoomers, and we'll see you tomorrow. N6 Radio Oscar K6MYC. Who was that? Okay. Ta-ta, I guess. Okay, going up to Sacramento and Meadow Vista. Well, let's try it here at 335 and see what happens. Meadow Vista. KR6MR. KR6MR, K6MYC. Any copy there tonight, John?
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC in the group. KR6MR, Bozo 759. Over.
Okay, well, Q5, it's going from good to marginal, but that's what the band's doing to us tonight. Good to marginal. And quite surprised that it was solid all the way through that transmission. So very good. Good to hear you. Thanks for climbing the stairs, John. KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
Roger, Mike. I'm seeing an elevator in. No, not really. Looking up at
You must have stopped very abruptly. I think either that or I lost you. I was just bumping the antenna 1 or 2 degrees and you went away. I didn't get what you said the temperature was. Has your rain started up there yet?
Sorry, Mike. Flipped off the switch. No, the skies are still clear. But they expect 2 to 4 inches of rain tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah, skies are still clear. Same here, very clear skies. We had a beautiful sundown, not a cloud in the sky. We had clouds off and on all day. There were times when it was a light overcast. It was bright all day, but light overcast and some sun. And but the batteries in the solar system charged up to 100%, so we must have had quite a bit of sun. Anyway, good to hear you, and thanks very much for, as I said, climbing the stairs there. Go back down now. We're all done. I guess that's all we're going to get up here in your area until we can get Jeff KE6ILX to come back in here. 73s, and good evening to you, John. KR6MR. We'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters, K6MYC.
Thursday night.
73, very odd, very chopped up with this funny QSB. Take care. KR6MR, K6MYC, clear. Anybody else while I'm in this direction? Over.
6 Whiskey India.
Okay, well, give me a little bit more, and I'll see if I can come up on you slowly. John, Paul, go ahead. Okay, almost no copy as I was going back and forth. And the funny fade, very funny 2 or 3 second fades. Do I get 2 or 3 words very clearly? Hang on a second. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. We were trying to sort out a number difference that Judy had in the logbook here. Okay, I'm going to go back to the Bay Area. I'm going back to the Bay Area for late checks and missed, and I think the only one we're missing is KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie and WA6AXX. So let's go back to the Bay Area here.
291, 289.
Okay, 287, somewhere in here, maybe KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, KB6 WFC. How about it, Mike? K6 MYC.
We got a negative on number 52.
Oh, no 52 and no 755 either. Thank you, Jim.
Roger.
Okay, the boys did work Ralph, so he was in there tonight.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything at all from Steve, not even a trace on the waterfall. I just don't think he was there.
Yeah, he probably was not there. Okay, well, thanks much. You want to take one more call for the Bay Area? I think I got everybody except Ed. Ed and Mike are missing, over.
Yeah, I don't know. Ed, are you here, or Mike?
The other one would be KT2G, Kilo Tango 2 Juliet, KT2 Germany, Mark up there. I would hear him. He's always got a reasonable signal. He seems to have almost a line of sight path to me here somehow. Okay, I guess that's it for the night. Jim, 73s. We'll see you tomorrow on 2 meters, Jim. Are you going to play golf tomorrow, or are you going to wait it out because of the rain, over?
Well, it's going to rain, so it's not good conditions. I'll wait this one out. Next week might be better. 73's Mike, K6NYC, W6PQL.
Roger, Jim. 73. We'll see you tomorrow. Last call for the Bay Area. Bay Area, last call. K6NYC, Bozo Net. Okay, I think we're done. Rob, are you back up from dinner? I'm still having dinner. Over to you, Aaron. K6USY, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, I was down in Tulare County today, and I'll be down there again tomorrow, and looking forward to some rain.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I don't think we're going to get it, according to Judy, at the earliest 3 or 4 tomorrow afternoon up here, and even there it might be even a little bit later.
Oh, yeah, it'll probably hit right in the middle of me trying to get back to Fresno.
Absolutely. Okay. You have 17. We have 17 check-ins, we said. So we'll probably wait to hear from Rob. He's still downstairs eating dinner. Sounded a little bit discouraged today.
Well, part of that because I think his 1296 is still not working right.
It was 2 things. I guess it's got now a VSWR problem, and it also doesn't rotate and point right.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that's no good. Tear it all down.
Yeah, well, that's a major effort on that mast. I don't think he wants to do it until he's ready to move it over. He's just got to stop what he's doing for a week or 2 and get that tower up going.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Right in the middle of the rainstorm. Perfect time to do it.
Why, heck yes. He's had all this nice weather to do it, and he's out there farting around cutting firewood.
Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you what, though, the Sierras look gorgeous down there in Tulare County, all covered with snow, and hopefully there's some more snow coming.
Yeah, we saw that up here, too. We took a ride to one of our hilltops here, and we could see snow from Yosemite all the way down as far south as we could see. So it wasn't very thick, but it was up there probably around 3,500 feet or so. It's probably even lower than that, but we can't tell. It certainly isn't at our level, but we're seeing the Sierras. All right, listen, take care. We'll see you. We'll be, hopefully you'll get home in time for the net tomorrow.
Yeah, I should be around. No problem. Yeah, I'm going down to 3 Rivers tomorrow, so that'll be fun. So, good night, Mike. Good night, Judy. K6 US Flight, Delta Mike 06.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for Rob. Yeah?
Good night, Aaron. Good night, Aaron.
There you go. I'm waiting for Rob to pop back in here. Rob, put that fork down. Get away from that cookies and milk and get up here and finish it up. We have 17, Rob, if you're listening in the background. Boy, he's got tangled up with Candy down there. They're probably in a heavy discussion about the asparagus being too crisp. All right, good night, all. 73s, whoever's listening. Frank, I guess, is not there. Are you gone, Frank?
No, I'm just sitting here listening. Good night, Mikey, and everybody else. W6DBS 72. Good evening, Judy. Thanks for your help.
Okay, well, listen, we called you in when Ken was in here, N6RO, but you weren't there, so you must have been outside watering the grass.
Actually, I had forgot to unplug my solar before I got on the net, and I had, on the other rig here, dialed in 30 meters and was listening and realized I had too much noise, so I stepped out to unplug the solar, actually.
Okay, well, that's why we missed you. Ken got his amplifier going, and he was pretty good. He would have been no problem for you. All right, 73s, Frank, take care tomorrow. And I don't know. Judy says it's not supposed to rain till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so if you were up to it, we could use you down here, but no problem. I've got this antenna pretty much finished. There's just element centering and the overhead guys, and I've got the ends done. I just have to do the center where the turnbuckles go. And I don't want to do that until, well, I could probably do it now, because I'll leave enough. I've got plenty of Philistran extra, so I'll just fold the Philistran back a foot or 2 on each side. So if we have to slide the boom and mast plate forward or back a little bit, we can do that. Otherwise, other than putting shorting bars on and starting to do some matching, I haven't. I'm pretty much done. The elements are in, all the screws are in and tight. I changed over to the new moving mast plate, and so, like I say, everything's basically done. Driven elements are mounted. I just haven't put the shorting bars on yet. Shorting bars, element centering, and the overhead guy, and then we'll have it done. WB6BBS in a group, K6MYC.
I'm back, KM6SRR.
Part of my day is going to be getting a hold of the doctor. They haven't called me back yet. And so I'll be calling them as they open in the morning and trying to get in there. And I was looking at the same thing. They're saying rain after 11 here. So that's, I was thinking that means we can get some work done. But what's my doctor going to do? He's probably going to hold me up until it's raining.
Okay, very good. So let's see, tomorrow is Wednesday. We got doctor's appointments tomorrow, don't we, Judy?
Thursday.
Or is it Thursday? Okay. Yeah, we have doctor's appointments Thursday. Thursday is your new sanitary day, right?
Roger, but if this weather hits, they ain't going to get here.
Oh, did they get there last week on Friday?
Negative.
Oh, they weren't there Friday either, huh? Did you wave them off?
KM6SRR.
They, I guess, figured they're just going to do me Wednesday.
I didn't get that. Frank, hang on a second, Rob. What'd you say? Frank, go ahead.
Yeah, I just said, I guess they figured that it was only a few more days, so they'd wait till Wednesday. I don't know.
Well, they don't do you on Wednesday, do they?
No, it used to be Friday. It bounced back and forth between Wednesday and Friday. But anyways, it's now Thursdays and rain won't let them in. That's the end of the story.
Okay. Well, you're not in trouble anyway. Only one person using it, and you're not using it much, are you?
Depends upon who you talk to. Some people might tell you I'm full of it.
Okay. Well, your call sign said you are.
Roger, roger.
All right, good night. Frank, hang on a second. Rob's got something. Maybe you guys, I don't know if you were not hearing him at all there, Rob. KM6SRR, go ahead, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, no, I was hearing Frank real lightly, but I could kind of copy him if I listened hard. When I'm down eating or feeding the cats or putting wood on the fire, I'm always monitoring, so I can hear what you did. I just can't respond. So you got 17, right?
That's what Judy says.
Okay, I'm missing a couple. I guess I'll have to listen and see.
Well, should we read off what we have?
Oh, if you want to, sure.
Well, let's do that because she had one that wasn't right, and I don't know if she's got them all. I'll listen to the numbers that she reads off as we go here.
We'll go 5 at a time.
5 at a time. Here we go.
800, 1079, 1100, 47, 711.
Okay, go ahead.
507, 1296, 72, 432, 637, check.
Okay, I think I found the two I was missing there. I didn't have 507 Fred or 711 John.
Okay, there's more. Keep going.
610, 727, 3.
Sorry. 111.
111, 900.
You get those, Rob?
Yeah. Next is 835, and then John KR6MR.
Yeah, that's it. Last two, 835 and 759. That was it. Okay, we got them.
Okay, I got them. Yeah, the two I was missing was 711 and 507.
All righty, 73 and 73 again to you, Aaron.
Yep, good night, guys. K6USY.
Good night, all. As Judy says, have a nice evening, everyone. K6MYC. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, good night to all the YouTube people. K6USY DMO6.